Happening today, rallies and memorials commemorating the life of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It was 50 years ago today that he was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. Today, the city of Memphis is reclaiming the place of King's death. Thousands are rallying for peace next to the very same building where he was shot. The National Civil Rights Museum is right next door as well and is opening a new exhibit honoring King's life. Utahns are remembering Dr. King Jr. as well. News for Utah's Brittany Johnson sat down with the local pastor and civil rights activist who joined Dr. King in the fight for equality and human rights.
As Pastor France Davis, a lifelong activist, reflects back on Dr. King's life, he says, "We have made progress, but still have a long way to go to get to the promised land the civil rights activists dreamed of."
I have a dream today.
I was there when Dr. King delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech.
And the words in that speech still stick with Pastor France Davis till this day. As I sat down with him to reflect on the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. 50 years after his assassination, Pastor Davis says we're reminded that nonviolence and civil disobedience are what's best and what we're still working to achieve.
I've since, however, believed that his death helped us to realize more of what he was doing than his life did.
Davis, who marched from Selma to Montgomery alongside Dr. King, says he stood for three things: anti-militarism, economic justice, and human rights.
And those three things, I believe, are the three things then that we as a society decided that we didn't want those things to be dealt with in a total way. And so his death resulted because I believe of those three things.
The day before Dr. King's assassination in Memphis, he delivered his last speech titled "I've Been to the Mountaintop," in which he spoke about a promised land where everyone will be appreciated, respected, and be able to enjoy the same kind of privileges. Pastor Davis says we've been to the mountaintop, but we still haven't reached the promised land.
Many of us thought that that vision was realized with the election of Mr. Obama as President of the United States. Unfortunately, it brought out some of the hidden problems that still existed. We have a long ways to go to accept people as people, different, but still people.
That was Brittany Johnson reporting for us. You can hear Pastor France Davis speak in depth about Dr. King tomorrow. It's happening at 4 o'clock at Brigham Young University.